Hey, hey, and another hey. Welcome to another episode of Uncle Ricky's House. It's like the 23rd, 24th of March, 2023. And guess what? Donald Trump is still running free. He hadn't been indicted for anything. And a lot of people in this country, even though we pretend like, we don't care, some of us said that he would get arrested, some of us said that he wouldn't get arrested. A lot of us, try to pass the day acting like we don't give a fuck, but we do. And it's starting to piss us off. They're so worried about, the people that made Trump their god, what they're going to do if he ever gets indicted. They're not paying any consideration to the rest of the people that are waiting to see if he gets indicted just to reignite what little faith they have in this country. Donald Trump allegedly, protect my ass, allegedly is obviously so guilty of so much shit that would have put hundreds of other less than motherfuckers under the jail for eternity. And he has never ever been criminally charged with anything. Nada. Civil court is one thing. That's just money. Even though he loves money, money is just a thing to him. But his ass sitting in jail being told what to do, when to do, how to do, in an orange jumpsuit, perhaps even being confined with somebody that he has no like for, and that person has no like for him. But that probably won't happen to him if he ever gets, prosecuted, if he ever gets to jail, because as President of the United States, he has to have Secret Service protection, so Bubba will be highly disappointed. But I don't think Bubba wants 80-year-old, burnt steak leftovers. But the thing is, America says America was built on the principles of equality. Not so much, personal wealth, because we know that personal wealth, there is no equality. The disparity between the top and the bottom is unbelievable in this country. There's hardly any middle anymore. Now, we talk about the equality to practice your religion as you see fit, but yet and still Christianity claims everything and bogarts and blocks the progress or the introduction of anything else. We claim equality in our political system, but it's obvious that one party has done, because in numbers they're not the majority, and maybe in policy they're not the most popular, they have used their power to amalgamate laws and regulations in the election game to benefit them across the entire nation. The last thing is our court system, the one that is supposed to maintain law and order by punishing the guilty and protecting the innocent. And that's failing us because it becomes apparent that on all levels our court system is only supposed to prosecute certain people who are found or believed to be guilty, and certain people at certain levels, no matter how guilty they are, if they get to court, should always be found innocent. And maybe in the case of Donald John Trump, that may become the straw that breaks the camel's back. Because if Trump criminally doesn't get charged with anything, or Trump walks on everything, or they stall until Trump dies, which, considering he's 78 and in bad health, that may not be that long, but it still will be the straw that broke the camel's back. Nobody is going to listen to anything that the lawmakers in Washington put out, because the system, even though technically it's two different systems, the Congress, the legislative and the judicials, but they won't make laws to effectively combat somebody like Trump, and then the ones that enforce the laws we do have will not use the laws that we have against Trump. Is it to protect Trump? Is it to protect MAGA? Is it to protect the Republican Party? Is it to protect the reputation of the United States? Or is it to protect the status and power of the elite, the politically affluent, the financially affluent, the wealth, power conglomerate that actually runs this country? All of this social studies and government and history that is taught in this country is taught one way, and that's to make one particular group seem like they did everything and that money is what makes this country go. That's what all of our children, regardless of race, creed, sex, religion, orientation, that's what we're taught in this country. And this is what it has gotten us in 2023. We are a country run by extremists and elites. And the people in the middle, the people that do all the work, the people that pay all the taxes, the people that make all the babies, build the most homes. It's one thing to have enough money to build one $400 million home or two $2 million homes. But it's another thing never to have enough money to build a $2 million home, but yet and still build a home, pay for it, raise a family of four, and put all four of them through college on $40,000 or $50,000 a year, when you can't make your life go on millions. It's a question of how much longer are people going to be insulted? People in the middle that want to mind their business and do their own thing and just obey the law. But why should I obey the law? Why should I mind my business? Why should I take comfort in actually being the majority when the extremists on both ends get to poke and prod at my social comfort and relative feeling of well-worth on a daily basis? I gotta worry about so many things that I thought that was the reason that I was sending people to Washington, D.C. for my benefit, for the benefit of society, for the benefit of people around me, in my community, in my state, in my country. But now it just seems that everybody in D.C. on either side is either a criminal, a pedophile, a rapist, or a dictator wannabe. And now the law that is supposed to keep shit straight and keep society operating, won't even bother to touch them, even though their guilt is evident as the day is long. And we just went to daylight savings time again, so the day is pretty fucking long. It's time for Donald John Trump to be accountable, irregardless of who or what he is, or was, or wants to be. Because what he's doing to the country makes the country look ridiculous. And the damage that he's going to do if he gets back in the White House, the country may never survive. And that's just the whole situation simplified and in a nutshell. Point blank, the end. And that's what always, for me, I'm just going to say peace out. God bless from Uncle Ricky at Uncle Ricky's house.